MOLTBOT has taken over the internet, but the number one biggest problem that people have is how exactly do you set it up. All setup videos that I've seen on YouTube so far are super complicated, but in this video, I'll be showing you guys the quickest, easiest, and cheapest way to set up MOLTBOT. So without any further ado, let's jump in and get started. Alright guys, so here I am on Hostinger, and Hostinger is what we're going to be using to basically set up our VPS first, which is a virtual server, and then on that virtual server, we're going to be setting up MOLTBOT. So you're going to have to go to the link in the description to go to Hostinger, and once you're on there, just go to Services, and then VPS hosting. So once you click that, you're going to be taken to this page. And if you scroll down to the plans, you can see that their plans are really affordable, making Hostinger one of the cheapest and easiest ways to host MOLTBOT. So the KVM 2 plan is going to be sufficient for most people out there. It has 2 CPU cores, 8 gigs of RAM, 100 gigabytes of space, and 8 terabytes of bandwidth. But to be honest, if you're on a budget and you want to just try it out, you can also go with KVM 1 as well. Just try it out, see if you like it, and then you can upgrade to the higher versions. But once you've decided the plan you want to get, just click choose plan, and that's going to take you to the checkout page. Now, if you get it for 2 years, it's going to give you the best value. You're going to be saving the most amount of money. However, you can also try it with the 1-year plan. And if the price wasn't great already, you can also use my coupon code NAFE3D for an additional 20% off. So that's even better. Once that is done, you can just select your server. So just select the location that is closest to you. And in the operating system, we're just going to keep it simple and just select Ubuntu. That should be good enough for us. The version that I'm going to select is going to be 24.04 LTS, and then press confirm. So once that is done, you can just press continue, and it's going to ask you to create an account and also pay for the VPS. After all that is done, it's going to ask you to set up a root password. Make sure to save this somewhere else because we're going to need this in just a bit. Once that is done, press next, and you can take these additional features if you'd like. I'm just going to uncheck them because we don't really need them. And finally, press finish setup. Once that is done, it's going to take a bit to just set up your VPS, and it's going to take a couple minutes. So I'll see you guys when it's done. All right, so once that is done, you're going to see this screen. Just click manage VPS, and it's going to take you to your dashboard where you can see everything about your VPS. This is where you'll see all your statistics, your users data, and everything about your VPS. But the thing that we're mainly interested in is this root access. And the reason for that is because this is going to allow us to access this VPS from our local terminal. So basically, we're going to be using command prompt or, Windows PowerShell to access this virtual machine and write code in it. So the way we're going to be doing that is by copying this, and I'm going to go to my start menu and search for PowerShell, Windows PowerShell, and then paste it in like that. And then just press enter. It's going to tell you that the authenticity of this host cannot be established. The reason for that is because our computer has never seen this host before. Just type yes, and that should be good. Now it's going to ask you for your password. This is the password that we just set a few minutes ago when we were setting up our VPS, and you're not going to see it being pasted in, but just press Ctrl V and press enter. It should work. And now you can see that we are inside of our VPS. Now, once that is done, we can go ahead and install MOLTBOT. So the way we do that is basically by going to the MOLTBOT website. Just go to molt.bot. And here we're going to scroll down to quick start right here. And you can basically just copy this one-line command, and that is going to install MOLTBOT for you. However, this is the Windows command, so I'm just going to change this to macOS/Linux because our VPS is actually running Linux, and then go back to your PowerShell and just paste it in like that. And just like that, MOLTBOT is going to be installed in your computer. Now, this is going to take, I think, from 5 to 10 minutes, depending on how fast your computer and internet connection is. And so I'll see you guys when it's done. So MOLTBOT has been installed, and now they're going to take us through an onboarding process. So first of all, obviously, we understand that this is a powerful and risky tool. We still want to continue? Yes, we do. Onboarding mode can just be quick start. After that, you're going to have to select your model. So I'm just going to go with an OpenAI model because I do have an API key already. However, you can obviously choose pretty much any model that you want. So just press enter. And then I'm going to be entering my OpenAI API key. And then you can select whichever model you want. I think I'm going to go with 4.1. That should be good enough. And then it's going to ask us to set up a channel. This is how you're going to be communicating primarily with MOLTBOT. So the easiest one to set up is going to be Telegram. However, you can, again, do pretty much any of these. So I'm going to select Telegram, press enter. And while this loads up, let me open Telegram and show you what you have to do. So if I just open Telegram on my computer, you're going to have to go to BotFather. You can just search for BotFather here and just start a new conversation. Once you do that, you're going to have to write /new bot, and then you're going to have to give it a name and then a username. Make sure that the username ends with bot. And once you do that, it is going to give you an access token. So basically, you're going to have to copy this token. And if I just copy this, and we're going to have to paste it inside of our terminal. So I'm just going to paste this and press enter. And now our Telegram and our MOLTBOT has been connected. After that is done, it's asking if you want to configure skills right now. I'm going to say no to this right now because I do have an upcoming video in which I'll be covering skills in detail. So stay tuned for that and make sure to subscribe so you don't miss that. But for now, I'm going to say no. For hooks as well, I'm going to say skip for now. press enter. And finally, it's asking us how do we want to hatch our bot. So I'm just going to hatch in TUI. That should be fine. And you can see our agent has been started. So you can just chat with it. Your name is Viva and my name is Nafe. And you can see that it just responded. It said its own name as Viva and mine is Nafe. And it's trying to chat more with you and learn more about, what you want, right? So that part is done. Now I want to cover how you want to open the GUI for this, because obviously there's only so much you can do with the TUI. In order to actually add skills and configure your bot to your liking, you are going to need the GUI. At least that's going to make it easier. And to open the GUI, it actually gives us a link. However, if I just copy and paste that link in my browser, you're going to notice that we're not really going to see anything. It's going to basically just say that the site cannot be reached. The reason for that is because this is actually a locally hosted server, and our MOLTBOT is actually running on our VPS, which is not local, right? It's running on Hostinger servers. What we're going to have to do is that we're going to basically create a gateway, which is going to allow us to open this website on our computer. I know that sounds pretty complicated. Trust me, it really is not. You just need to copy and paste a few commands and we should be good to go. So we're going to go back inside the terminal. And for this, we're going to be opening a new tab in our PowerShell. And in this, we're going to have to obviously open our VPS first. So just go back to your Hostinger, copy the root access, and basically paste it here, and obviously the password as well. Now, once that is done, we're going to be pasting in this command right here. You don't really need to understand what this does. I'm going to be leaving it in the description so you can just copy and paste it. But once you do that and press enter. All right, now once that is done, you should see something like this. If you don't see this, by the way, you're just going to have to write CLAWDBOT gateway stop and then write this same command again. Then you should see this. Now, we just need to do one last step. Trust me, I know this is the hardest part, but it's just one more command and then we should be good. You're going to have to open another terminal window. And in this one, all you need to do is just paste in this command. Again, I'm going to be leaving this in the description once again. However, for this, what you're going to do is basically this part right here is your IP address. So you're going to have to get your own IP address. This is just mine, so it's not going to work for you. But the way you get your IP address is go to Hostinger and go down to IPv4 and just copy whatever it says here. Once you do that, you can just paste it in instead of this, and everything should be good. And then just enter your password and press enter. And now it should just be stuck here. That's perfectly fine. But now if you go back to your browser and refresh this, you can see that our GUI is working. You can chat with it here. So I'm just going to say hello, and it should respond to me just like I would expect it to. I'm going to be covering this in more detail in my upcoming video. However, just a quick overview, you can add skills here. Skills are basically going to allow MOLTBOT to perform different tasks, and you can, configure stuff, you can debug stuff here. So there's a lot of stuff that you can do with this GUI. I'm going to be covering this in detail in the next video. However, for now, I just want to show you guys how to set it up, and this is how you do that. I think the only thing that's left is to finish our Telegram setup. So now if I go back to Telegram and if I click this link right here, this is the link that, is going to open our bot. So if I click start, so once you get this message, we're on the right track. All we need to do now is basically just copy this CLAWDBOT pairing approved Telegram and then code. This code is going to be your pairing code. So you're going to open a new terminal window, and with the same command, go inside your VPS, enter your password, and then in here, just write CLAWDBOT pairing approved Telegram and then your pairing code. Once you do that, it's going to say approved. And now what's going to happen is if I go back to my Telegram and say, hey, it should respond to me. You can see it's typing. And it's responding to me in the GUI as well, and also inside of Telegram. So our Telegram is set up. So our MOLTBOT setup is basically complete. Now you can make it, your own. You can customize it, and you can do a lot of things. We're going to be covering that in the upcoming video. But yeah, that's pretty much it. I really hope you guys enjoyed, and I really hope you guys learned something new as well. I will see you guys in the next one. Goodbye.